Anna moved through the grand lobby of the five-star hotel with the quiet grace of someone used to being invisible. The marble beneath her feet gleamed like ice under crystal chandeliers, and the air was filled with the soft hum of wealth, laughter from polished men in designer suits, the rustle of silk gowns, the clink of champagne flutes raised mid-toast. No one noticed the woman in the navy uniform pushing a cleaning cart. Her name tag read, Anna, but few ever looked close enough to read it. She had come to New York from a small town in the Netherlands. Every dollar she earned at the hotel went to her mother back home. Her mother, who was once a vibrant woman with a voice like spring rain, now slowly being taken by illness. Anna never complained. Her eyes held the weight of sleepless nights in quiet resilience. She worked 2 jobs, cleaned rooms for strangers who never said thank you, and smiled politely as she passed luxury she could never afford. Her dreams of studying, of writing, of travel had been tucked away in the corner of her heart where hope still lived, even if small. Each morning, Anna arrived before dawn. She polished glass and restored order, as if her presence was a ghostly touch that kept the chaos at bay. But that day, everything began to change. It started with a phone call. She had just stepped away from the elevators, the echoes of a tech conference still humming through the lobby. As the crowd buzzed with talk of investments and innovation, Anna stood near the glass table, phone pressed to her ear. She spoke in soft Dutch, her voice tender, her words stitched with concern. Blijf sterk, mama. Ik hou van je. Stay strong, mama. I love you. She didn't see the man nearby, tall, composed, dressed in an impeccably tailored suit. Richard Lawson, the tech mogul whose face graced every business magazine in America, had just exited the elevator. But something stopped him in his tracks. It was her voice. The words meant nothing to him at first, but the sound, the language, carried a ghost from his past. Dutch, his late mother's tongue. He hadn't heard it in years. And suddenly, he wasn't in a hotel lobby anymore. He was a boy again, in a quiet Amsterdam kitchen, listening to his mother whisper comfort in the same words Anna had just spoken. The past brushed against the present, and it startled him. Richard watched Anna end the call, unaware of his presence. She tucked her phone away and turned, retreating into her duties, into the invisible. But Richard didn't walk away. The next morning, Anna arrived at work as usual. The early light hadn't yet filtered through the city's high towers. She adjusted her apron, gathered her supplies, and moved with practiced rhythm. But just as she was about to clock in, her supervisor appeared with a strange look. "The manager wants to see you." Anna's chest tightened. Had she made a mistake? Her mind raced. Had someone complained? Her hands trembled as she followed the long hallway toward the office. Inside, the manager gave a small, unreadable smile. "Mr. Richard Lawson has requested to speak with you personally." Her heart skipped. Why would a billionaire want to speak to me? A hotel attendant led her upstairs to the top floor. Anna had never seen this part of the hotel. Sunlight spilled through floor-to-ceiling windows, casting gold across the white carpet. Richard stood in a quiet corner, not behind a desk, no entourage, just a man waiting. He motioned for her to sit. "I heard you speak in Dutch yesterday," he said gently. "You said, 'Ik hou van je, mama. Blijf sterk.'" Anna blinked, startled. "My mother was Dutch," he continued, voice softer now. "She used to say those same words to me when I was little." Hearing them again, it brought her back. A pause, a heartbeat of silence between them. Anna didn't know what to say. Her life had been one of shadows, of moving unnoticed. And here was Richard Lawson, one of the most powerful men in America, seeing her. "I wanted to know," he said. "Who are you?" At first, Anna hesitated, but something in Richard's expression, quiet, open, genuine, invited trust. And so she spoke. Her Dutch accent painted every word as she told him about her life. She told him of her little village nestled among tulip fields, of the day the doctors said her mother's illness had no easy cure, of the pain of leaving her mother behind, chasing dollars instead of dreams. She told him about New York, how its beauty and cruelty danced side by side, about the quiet prayers she whispered into each phone call, about how she worked and never gave up. Richard listened, not like a businessman, like a human being. "You've carried more than most people ever will," he said after a long pause. "And still, you choose kindness." He took a breath. "I want to pay for your mother's treatment. All of it. No conditions. Just because I can." Anna's eyes widened, lips parting in disbelief. "And," he continued, "if you're willing, I'd like to offer you a new position on my personal staff. I think someone with your strength and integrity belongs somewhere she can grow. You've been invisible too long. It's time you were seen." Tears spilled down Anna's cheeks, not from sorrow, but from something almost forgotten. Hope. Weeks later, Anna stood at the window of her childhood home in the Netherlands. Dawn stretched across the sky in pinks and golds, painting the land in warmth. The breeze carried the smell of morning dew and soil. Beside her, her mother sat in a cozy chair wrapped in a blanket, color returning to her cheeks. Her breathing was steady now, stronger, brighter. Anna reached for her hand. "We're okay now, Mama," she whispered. "We're finally okay." The soft hush of their village surrounded them, the chirping of birds, the distant toll of the chapel bell, the rustle of leaves. Anna closed her eyes, a smile touching her lips. For the first time in years, her heart wasn't heavy. It was light. In a sleek New York auditorium, Richard Lawson stood before a sea of business titans and future CEOs. His keynote speech was expected to be about AI, innovation, and global markets. Instead, he closed with a story. "Last month," he began, "I met someone who changed how I see the world." He told them about a hotel cleaner named Anna, about how she answered a phone call in a language he hadn't heard in years, about how her quiet strength, her relentless love for her mother, and her dignity moved him more than any billion-dollar deal ever had. "She reminded me," he said, voice steady, "that success isn't just numbers on a screen. It's humanity. It's kindness. It's seeing the people the world forgets." He paused. "Sometimes, the person you overlook is the one who teaches you the most about being human." As the auditorium filled with applause, across the ocean, a new day had begun. A mother smiled in the golden light. A daughter breathed free. And far from marble lobbies and designer suits, one woman's courage had changed the course of not one, but two lives. Because sometimes, being seen is the beginning of everything.